The East is loaded. We've got some epic rivalries renewed. The top of the conference is stacked with talent, and parity reigns supreme in the middle. As always, predicting the NBA is an impossible task. But here are my predictions for the 2023-24 Eastern Conference season. Let's get it. Alright, so there are three teams that clearly stand above the rest in the East this year. The Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston has elite depth, led by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, two of the best players in the game who have shown that they can lead a team to the NBA Finals. Milwaukee still has Giannis Antetokounmpo, arguably the most dominant player in the league, who carried his team to the finals 2 years ago. They also added Damian Lillard, who remains one of the most lethal scorers in the league. And Philly has Joel Embiid, who was the reigning MVP last year and might be even better this year. Now there's a clear drop-off after those three teams, and then a pretty steep rise up after that. The question is, which team emerges from the pack to challenge the top three? My pick is the Cleveland Cavaliers. This young core of Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, and Allen is going to continue to improve and make a lot of noise in the East this year. Other dark horse candidates would be the New York Knicks. If Jalen Brunson can take another step forward as a floor general, this team should be able to keep its strong play from last year going into this year. Now, let's talk about the Miami Heat. You can never count out Jimmy Butler and Coach Spoelstra's system. So don't be surprised if the Heat make another deep playoff run, despite their regular season struggles. Orlando also has a young core in Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner that could surprise some people this year. Same goes for Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton running a fast-paced offense. Chicago and Atlanta are kind of at a crossroads right now. Both teams are very talented, but just inconsistent. They're not quite ready to compete with the top teams in the East just yet. But if they can figure some things out, they could surprise some people. Brooklyn is also a team that's kind of at a crossroads, but in a different way. They're not really competing for a championship this year. They're rebuilding around Mikal Bridges and will probably be in the mix for a lottery pick in June. Alright, so now that we've gone through all the teams in the East, let's talk about what to expect from this upcoming season. Here are a few storylines to watch for. Number 1. Can the Bucks' new duo of Giannis and Dame outshine Boston's depth? The Bucks might have the most talent on paper in the East, but the Celtics showed last year that it doesn't always take the most talent to win the championship. It takes a complete team effort. Speaking of the Celtics, how far can they go with their core of Tatum, Brown, and Smart? Can they finally get over the hump and win the championship? Or will they fall short once again? The Knicks have a solid roster, and Jalen Brunson is a legit point guard. Can he elevate this team to the next level and lead them to their first championship since 1973? The Cavs have a nice young core, and if they can stay healthy, they should be able to make some noise in the playoffs. But can they take the next step and make a deep playoff run? And then there's always the wild card team that comes out of nowhere and makes a run to the finals. Could it be the Magic with Paolo Banchero's development, or the Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton at the helm? Maybe it's the Hawks, if everything clicks, or the Bulls if they can find consistency. Who will step up and be that team? As for my prediction, I think the top 3 seeds will be decided between Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. I think the Cavs will take the 4th seed, followed by the Knicks and Heat. The last 3 playoff spots will be a wild card. But I think the Pacers, Magic, Hawks and Bulls will be fighting it out until the end of the season. It's going to be a fun, exciting and unpredictable ride. So buckle up and enjoy the show. Peace.